Yo, what's up, Chicago? Welcome to Intellectual Radio, popping off with Cheryl Sistrunk. Baby, are y'all ready? Chicago. This is finna go down in the history as the greatest show ever talked about on Intellectual Radio, because we definitely feed you guys, man. But what I want each and every one of you guys that are looking at me today to press share, because I need this show to go viral, okay? Now, I'm going to do a disclaimer. I definitely need to continue to do disclaimers. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, and that's what I'm doing. I'm reporting the news, teaching. I'm teaching you guys something today, scholarships and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips, the balance in favor of fair use. This video was made, and it's definitely made for entertainment purposes, and it's made for different people to understand how Local 308 works, how Local 241 works, how CTA works today, and is transformative in nature. Now, fair use excerpts of copyrighted material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted. That means I can quote that by verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research without the need for permission. I don't need y'all permission from or payment to the copy holder. All right, you guys, let's get down here on Intellectual Radio. But before I start and introduce all my guests, I know y'all can see them bumping these Poppin Off shirt. We're popping off for democracy. We're popping off for fair wages. We're popping off for hazard pay. We're popping off for full-time jobs for all. We're popping off. We're not waiting for the next meeting to discuss what need to be discussed right now. Now, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube page, Popping Off with Cheryl Sistrunk, and definitely subscribe to Intellectual Radio so you can catch all of my broadcasts. Subscribe, okay? Now, we're going to go down the line, and I want all of my guests to introduce themselves, tell me their name, tell me how long have you worked for CTA. I want you guys to tell me if you're a part of 308, if you're part of 241, if you're still employed, if you're a retiree. So we're going to start with you, lovely lady, Miss Catherine.
I'm so glad to be here, Cheryl. I really enjoy your show and your spirit, your leadership, and that you embrace the anger that so many coworkers and riders feel about the way that this system treats us.
Oh, my God.
And so I'm retired. I worked for the CTA for 34 years. I was a switchman. This is going to be a little bit too much longer of an introduction, but I just want to say that when I hired in 1984, there were no part-timers. You got hired as a full-timer. And a lot of coworkers now, they don't realize all that we have lost. It's more than that. But anyway, so that's me. Now I'm retired, and I'm so glad.
But you didn't tell them your name. You didn't tell them.
Kathy Strzelecki.
Okay, that's Kathy, y'all.
And I'm Andre Thompson, a bus operator out of 103rd. I've been working CTA, operating a bus for 33 years. This is my 29th year full-time. And I just want to thank you for having us at the show. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Smart one.
So
yeah, right. Not quite. I'm just the one that throws the rock in through the window first. Excuse me. My name is Eric Basir, and I'm a rail car repairman out of Howard's shop, local 308 ATU. And I just have to say that I'm utterly exhausted. Today, I made a little visit to the union office,
Did you?
Yeah. Now they say I'm an undercover manager.
Right.
So I'm also an undercover plumber. So the toilet at the local 308 office was clogged. They gave me a call. I showed up in my disguise, and I heard some whispers, and they said, "Yeah, the contract book is next to the office by the filing cabinet on the left, and that's near the bathroom."
Okay.
So while I was unclogging the toilet,
you was unclogged. You were doing your job.
right, with my sunglasses on, because I didn't want them to see my eyes kept shifting to the contract book. And I did the job. I said, hold on 1 second. I just have to use the bathroom. I had to test it. And then I made a quick little detour to President Dixon's office.
Allegedly. This is allegedly.
Wait a minute. I'm not done yet.
Respectfully.
Yes. And then when I, made a little detour, I grabbed the book.
What book?
I grabbed the contract book.
This is the
I didn't even read it.
2021
This
contract?
is the new contract. So I just grabbed it. I didn't even read it yet. But I said, I got to bring this to Sister Cheryl's radio show. So this is my big announcement. I have the contract. All I don't know how many pages it is. So here you go. It's right here. It says contract by Keith Pill, Harry Dixon. Wait a minute.
That ain't their names.
Well, it's got to have. Oh God. Okay, maybe
Pass
you
it
should
down. Let me see
let her
this
see
contract.
it, please.
Let me see if they're giving us hero pay today.
All right, Eric
Hasn't
Dixon,
paid it
Keith Hill, you got me this time, but I'm gonna get you next time.
Man, this is an empty book, man. You brought an empty book to Intellectual Radio. Had me thinking we had a contract, man. Give this man his book.
It belongs in the bathroom.
With all due respect.
Right.
But this show today is called Surviving the CTA, and me personally, I have been working at CTA 8 years. I'm a part-time CSA, and I want to tell my lifetime story today because I'm barely making it at the CTA, and so many people at Local 308.
She moved Chicago.
Wait, let's all hold that sign up together.
Okay.
Who moved Chicago?
The employees moved Chicago. The frontline employees.
Chicago. We moved Chicago. Not Lori Lightfoot, not Keith Hill, not Eric Dixon, and everybody sitting at them union offices. We moved Chicago.
One big name.
What name did I forget?
Bell Carter.
Absolutely, respectfully. And we want to be very respectful today to all of the big wigs that's running the show that, these slave wages that we have, we barely can make it to take care of our children. And I've been sitting 8 years part-time. And as you said, Kathy, they have never had part-time.
Right.
Correct? When you came into the CTA, you came as a full-time employee.
Right.
So what changed? What happened?
Well, I talked to another retiree who started in 1968, or maybe it was 69. But he said at that time, it was mostly white workers. Mm-hmm. And as the white workers retired or moved to the suburbs and more black workers, Vietnam vets, came to be hired and got hired, that's when we started losing the benefits that were enjoyed by the other people, by the white people who worked there before.
FOH out of here.
Yeah.
Now, this is a profanity-free show. We can't cuss, but y'all know what I want to say. So you telling me once the black people start coming, they made it where they going to give us less money than they give,
With the assistance of the union officials and the ATU.
Low down, dirty
Amalgamated Transit Union.
What's their name again?
Amalgamated Transit Union.
I didn't know how to pronounce it correct. I'm tongue-tied. Right. So you telling me.
No. It's Armageddon Transit Union.
It's Armageddon. Oh, get it together now. Now
respectfully.
Listen, respectfully. I'm a brick away from poverty. And I think I make around the ballpark $20,000 to $26,000 a year. I should have been turned over maybe 5 years ago, 3 years ago, you know. But CTA, respectfully, I want to make sure I say it respectfully, is $1 billion begambi. And their employees are in poverty. I'm living in poverty right now with my children, you know. And the employees, we still need link cards. We still need health care. We still need WIC for our children. We don't have enough money to go get any of these things that we actually need, you know.
And may I say something? When an employee get a job at the CTA, the black employees and others, they supposed to feel like it's a step up, not a step down. And that's what's happening to some of these part-time employees with the apprentices and things of that nature. They're not getting a step up, and they're going back to their neighborhoods with that step down, and it keeps the cycle of violence and poverty going, in my opinion.
You're right.
In my, you know, I'm in the gutter. I'm basically way down in the gutter, living in the sewer, waiting for someone to lift a manhole up top of my head and lift me up and give me the 77 or the 80,000 that I deserve for topping out at the rate that I'm in.
And you definitely deserve it.
I deserve it. But you know, the naysayers and the Pharisees will say, if you don't like it, what? Quit. Is that what they told us?
That's what they say.
If you don't like it, you don't like what you're getting paid. I've heard many of people at Local 308 tell it to us. Have anybody ever told that to you?
But Sister Cheryl, you pay these people, union officials, a great, good salary, so you wouldn't have to resign. They supposed to fight for you, so you can step up and deserve that $80,000 salary, which you do right now. You've been there for 8 years, coming to work every day. You should have been turned over 7 years ago, in my opinion.
And absolutely. But they say that we don't deserve it. They don't feel that we deserve it, you know. Now, the only thing that they're talking about in these contract talks is the safety. We have CTA employees that are being attacked by CTA customers. Now, how many years have you worked there, Kathy?
It was 34 years.
In 34 years, is this the first attack that has happened at CTA?
No. And it's not. And as unemployment grows and wages get lower, kind of like what Andre said, the attacks, the assaults are going to increase because unemployment is increasing. Rahm Emanuel closed the mental health clinics, and Lori Lightfoot didn't reopen them, and it's a bad situation. But I want to add that while people do face attacks and violence on our jobs, we are also being attacked by the CTA and by the union, and that's violence too. Low wages, substandard health insurance, that's an attack on our livelihoods, and that's gotten worse too.
What would you say about that, Andre?
And I would say that Kathy is 100% right. The clientele is the CTA, as far as frontline employees pick up, is a lot different than it used to be. We have a lot more homelessness people getting on the bus. We have a lot more people with mental issues getting on the bus. We have a lot of angry people or sick people getting on the bus, and drivers have to deal with trying to stay safe as they pick these people up and show them respect as we pick them up. But sometimes it just don't happen our way, and we deserve a fair contract. We deserve respect. And in some instances, some of our employees, including myself, has been attacked physically, criminally by union officials for speaking up.
And you know what? I sat at a union meeting. I've just started back going. And I look at how when Eric Bazier asks a question, you're out of order. You're out of order. What is in order? What is in order? If this young man is asking an educated question, that he has the right to freedom of speech, to know what are you doing with this $180,000 salary, with this $220,000 legal counsel that only works twice a year. What is your question? What is the problem that they have with you, Eric Bazier?
I think it's the glasses.
But seriously, Eric.
You know, I don't think it's me really that they have a problem with. It's the message. It's the message of union democracy.
That's right.
And democracy simply means rule of the people. And in our, well, I'll say in my opinion, but they,
With all due respect,
With all due respect.
they are, our leadership is functioning as an auxiliary of the company management, which is functioning as per the guidance of the mayor, who is functioning as per the billionaire bloodsuckers of the poor that run our society into the ground to maximize profits. Now they're sending rockets into space because these fools want to colonize planets probably and enslave those people for Amazon, you know.
And ain't nothing up there but Martians. The Martians.
And the Martians are hiding. They're like, no, thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
and Brother Eric, when you at the union meeting, I have witnessed this because I've attended and they tried to kick me out, but Brother Eric and myself have an ATU constitution, which we read, and they could not kick me out. And in my opinion, Eric, brother Eric, your opinion counts. And I don't understand why they fight you so hard, because they really don't want the membership as a whole
to come together
to count. Yeah.
And the key word that we should all leave today with, or one of the key words I hope we leave with, is a term called business unionism. And this is a concept of union activity that has dominated the union scene since, the 1960s is really where it, and what that basically means is the union is no longer the people, the workers. It is actually an elite group.
That's right.
That we elect and pay, who think on our behalf. And it's a transactional relationship as opposed to us running the union and the officers helping manage our affairs.
Not even this. Keith Hill and Eric Dixon name says business agent at the top of all paperwork. So that means they can act on our behalf. That's the same way how they went and signed that 202,000 PPP that they didn't want to tell you and me about. You
And
understand?
in Philadelphia, SEPTA, their transit system is smaller than ours. And their union president got a PPP of over 300,000.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
And of course, they still don't have union meetings. So this is a problem all over the country with the unions, and that is the members are totally shut out from what the officers know and are doing. And they are actually so arrogant in what they do.
That's right.
That when we object to it, they tell us,
We're out of
you should be
order.
happy. You're out of order.
That's
and of
right.
course, and eventually they just begin to think that they can just interrupt you and whatnot. But that's okay. The point is that we need to replace business unionism with something called revolutionary unionism. And the simple way to define revolutionary unionism is the members control the union and the members enforce the contract on the shop floor or in the kiosk or in the terminal. But we don't have to call downtown. If the manager calls Sister Cheryl into the office, Sister Cheryl says, Eric Andre, they're calling me to the office about some discipline, we go in with her.
Absolutely.
And then if they pull some crap, we say, I don't think you guys understand. You're messing with our coworker. You're harassing her. We're all going to take a lunch.
But also, this is another thing that I learned sitting at the union meeting July 13th, that we're paying the international $56,000 to $60,000 a month to represent us, and they're not representing us.
No, they should.
There's no full-time jobs for everyone. We have so many part-timers barely making it to take care of their children. You know what I'm saying? There's no medical, no dental, no vision. No, listen, they took out Blue Cross Blue Shield, and what they give y'all now, Cigna, and you're struggling. We're barely making it. So this is my lifetime story of struggling. Now, they say to us, this is what they want us to believe, but I want y'all to know, never in the history of niggerism have I ever heard it. Never in the history of niggerism have I heard that CTA is proposing that the reason that they can't give us hero pay, that they can't give pandemic pay, that they can't give you anything is because the ridership is down, absenteeism, because of the pension, and because of the government. But wait a minute. I write down everything they say. That was 3 federal stimulus packages that came to Chicago, Illinois. The first one was the CARES Act, and that was $25 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
They allege. Now, I want y'all to count with me because I think they think I'm stupid. They say the region got, wait, they had, put that allegedly up, everybody. Oh, this is alleged. Allegedly, this is what they say they got. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They alleging that the CARES Act was $25 billion, not million, not thousand. They said billion. That the region got 1.4. The RTA got a little more, a little less than that, and the CTA got 817 million. Now, 1.4 billion plus maybe 900 million and another 800 million. 9 and 8 is what? Okay, 17 plus the 1.4 billion. That's 17 plus 4.
With more to come.
That's 1.21 billion. Where is the other $23 billion?
Can I say something?
Yes, you can.
I want to say this, and not to mention, Cheryl, all the money they have saved over the last 20 years or more, hiring part-time people.
Whoa!
It's saving a lot of money, not having to contribute to the pension, and the union has helped the CTA
Has helped them, baby.
to make
Union
deals
officials.
to let them pay less. And whenever the union or the CTA or the city says, well, we can't do this, we can't do that because of this and that, I want to say a cuss word. I won't say it here, but it would be F you. I don't give a F. What excuses you make, you got the money.
Right.
Now,
You
wait
got
now.
the money.
Here go the second check they got. The CARES Act, another CARES Act came for $14 billion. They alleging that the region got $486 million. RTA got a piece and CTA got, wait a minute. The second, $486 million for the region. RTA got some, and allegedly CTA got $361. But this is the key. That's $800 million that they gave away to the region, to CTA, and then maybe we'll put another cool million, cool 2 million with the RTA if we add all three of them together. But it was 14 billion gave. Where is the other $13.5 billion? Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the free education that I got from Mary C. Terrell School, from DuSable, Jean Baptist Point, DuSable High School, Cortez Peters. I know they taught me how to count. Now, I don't know if y'all can count today, but I want no stupid people after this point. If y'all can't count, y'all stupid. Now, y'all let these people, because they got a good dressed up suit on,
Allegedly.
and they lied to us respectfully. I mean, they so respectful when they lied to us. Then there's another big stimulus package coming. The ARP package. This is the big bamboozle one. That's $30 billion. That's more than the CARES Act 1 and CARES Act 2. Now they say they gonna get a region 1.4, gonna give RTA something, and give CTA allegedly TBD to be announced later, 820 million. But if we count 1.4 billion, 820 million, and give RTA maybe 900 million, where is the other $26 billion? Who is chopping up the check? Who passing the check out? Because somebody lying about where the money is. I see y'all are stunned today. Are y'all stunned?
Very.
You had no comment? Could you put that up there so they can see it? Put it so they can see it. No comment.
My mouth is like speechless.
I mean, they said at the meeting, I'm counting, I'm right. One thing that I learned being poor and living in poverty, one brick from poverty, is I learned how to write. I sat in these union meetings and I write. Everything y'all say, baby, I got it. I got it. I didn't have a choice but to learn how to do what you write and listen. You get it? Mm-hmm. It may seem like I jump up and down. No, I listen, because this is a key part of my life. This is a key part of my children's life. Now, I heard allegedly, where's the allegedly?
Allegedly.
I heard allegedly that they offered to give the CTA employees $15,000 for the hero or the pandemic pay. This was alleged. Now, if that is true, they say that they denied it, that the union officials say, no, we trying to get some of our friends get their jobs back. We ain't going to give it to them. Have any of y'all heard that?
No, we haven't.
Well,
I
I
wouldn't
know
be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. But
No,
I
wouldn't
heard
be
in the
surprised
union
either.
meeting, remember they was calculating, we'll give y'all $30 a day. Everybody that worked at the pandemic at the NW will maybe get 10,000. But wait, if 308 is saying 10,000, look at her. She said no comment. And if 241 is saying 15,000, who trying to take the other 5 off the money and just give us 10? And just imagine how many
Wow.
employees is there in these unions. If they take 5,000 off other money and hold that for themselves and put it in their pocket, allegedly, how much would we really have? I mean, listen, I understand what they want us to believe, okay? Now, they want us to believe that they have infrastructure problems, that they can't pay us, right? But how about they done let the building and the planning committee rob them out of everything? You get it?
Mhm.
Now, the infrastructure, they claim that ridership is down, but it can't be because I just saw 115,000 people go to Lollapalooza.
And catch
The
the train.
tickets at Lollapalooza is $136. But wait, if you stay here for the 4 days and go into the hotel that they got for you, which is the Amber Inn on 39th and Indiana on Michigan,
Oh, wow.
They got 'em
it's
down.
2,000. Listen, the Amber Inn is $80 a night. They charging them people $2,330 to live to get the ticket to the Lollapalooza, which is $136 a day, and stay at the hotel, which costs $80 on a regular day for $2,000.
Wow.
I mean, you ain't got to. You can count it. Go to the lot. Go count them. I want y'all to go count it after the Lollapalooza is over. No comment. No. Now they hollering that they losing the funds, right? But how about y'all build high barrier gates through all of the rail units? Now you're putting the employees in jeopardy by the customers come in. Well, it costs $3 to pay. Good morning. How y'all doing? It's $3. They tap the gate, walk past you. Now, the only thing we have is what? A flashlight. I see you.
Right.
I see you. Now, I wasn't hired as an FBI employee. I didn't fill out an application for the CIA. I didn't fill out the application for what? CPD. Did y'all fill out to be a police? Did y'all fill
No.
out to go see what weapon and pistol they got to kill you with? Right?
No.
So these are the things that we're fighting with. Had there be high barrier gates all over the rail, you get it?
Mhm.
Then we know they're gonna have a problem with the ADA, right? So if you've been at the 23rd station on the Green Line, it works perfectly for the ADA, for the handicap, because when they tap their cards, they free cards, the gate opens up automatically electronically, right? But if there's high barrier gates, that stops the contact that the employees would have with the belligerent customers that don't have any money, that is on the train robbing the people. Do you get it? Snatching the phones, stabbing the people, jumping off. You get what I'm saying? The high barrier gates will cut down 80% of the crime here in CTA. But y'all making it possible for the customers to steal. They making it possible for the customers to fight the employees. Here, you're power washing the station, which is doing their job. And here's customers that do not want to move. You get it? So the moment that a little water splash on them, the lady, this is what happened at State and Lake, she started stabbing the employees that were working.
Wow.
And I don't know who else was stabbed, but I think they were saying 2 people. But here, if you try to fight the customers, get them up off of you, you're fired.
They're gonna terminate you.
Now, you are trying, hopefully, after you're injured, you done got stabbed in the neck, your back, your arm, you're hoping that you're eligible for IOD, for to be injured on duty, right? But what do they do for the people that's injured on duty? Do y'all know what they do?
Put them through a lot of grief.
They put them through grief, but not only that, they want you to return back to work injured.
I wouldn't wish injured on duty to my worst enemy at the CTA.
Because they don't, this is the key with injured on duty. They're gonna hold your money against you. They're gonna keep the money. You may be cut up, broke up, arm broke, spine messed up, and they're gonna hold the money until if you don't come out of it, then you're gonna lose all the pay. You got to come back and what is it called?
Recertify.
recertify and redo this, and you've been broke up and hungry, your kids hungry for 3 months, and the check ain't came.
And they make
But
you do like
they made. I thought I was doing good when I got over here, but I mean, the lies they sell. Hero Pay now will help everybody. I see you holding up that orange card. You can say it if you want to, Eric.
Full-time jobs.
Full-time jobs
for everyone.
And there's pictures circulating under the at Howard and different stations on the red line. Did y'all see the pictures of how many people are inside these stations going to
Unbelievable.
Well, they're making $1 billion a day.
In my opinion, the workers that was down there that was serving the customers, they being exploited by the CTA, the union officials, and the government. So, they don't care about those people that's serving the public. But
they say they say all of these people have been vaccinated. Do y'all believe it?
No.
They selling fake vaccination cards.
No. Show for $10.
Selling them. Oh wow. Go ahead, Eric. I'm listening.
I wanted to add to the so-called hero pay, and they like to call us heroes because a hero is someone who's sacrificial. They love to call us essential because we are essential to maintaining their system of greed. So we should call it pandemic pay, but most importantly, it should be in the contract, because guess what, y'all? This society is crumbling around us, and there will be another pandemic. There will be more civil uprisings, and we have to make sure that pandemic pay is in the contract.
Amen.
Not $10,000, not $15,000, not $100,000, but a percent. Okay, whatever you're paid, it's 2.5 times your straight pay. That's what your pandemic so-called hazard pay should be in the contract, everybody. And you need to vote no on this contract because it's a trick. They're going to give you $10,000 and that's it. When the next pandemic comes, you're screwed.
And this one's not even over. We should be getting our pay right
in your
now.
Opinion, I like
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Can I just say something real quick about one of the tiers? We have 3 tiers of employment at the CTA. We have full-time permanent, we have full-time temporary, and we have part-time temporary. Full-time temporary.
Apprentice. Got them.
Sorry, 4 tiers. Second chance, so-called apprentice. I wanted to say about the full-time temporary, we have so many full-time temporary employees who are actually train operators. And our union leadership let the CTA force them to pick 40 hours. They have no dental. They have no family medical. They have no pension, no uniform allowance. At least as a CSA at part-time temporary, we would get some kind of uniform allowance after a year.
Right.
But I know full-time temporary flagmen who are train operators, and they don't even have a uniform allowance. They are protecting the people and serving the people of the city of Chicago, operating these 8-car trains all by themselves, and they have the worst benefits, the worst absolute benefits. It's just disgusting. And plus, they protect workers on the right-of-way. They stand between 600 volts DC all day, protecting workers. This is disgusting. And in my opinion, for a union president or any union officer to justify this as acceptable, you should resign now.
And I would like for all the employees of 241, all the union members of 241 and Local 308, when you see Keith Hill or Eric Dixon or any of your executive board of stewards, you just ask them one question. Why are the union officials refusing to organize on our behalf? I would like them to ask them that.
Absolutely, because Eric, you said at the union meeting, why didn't you guys stand with us at Howard? Well, we didn't. What did Deborah Lane say to you?
Excuse me, the Secretary of Treasury, which actually is
no, this ain't allegedly. We heard this.
It's a fact, baby. So
respectfully, respectfully.
She's so very respectful herself.
So It's just so funny. So she says we didn't go to that protest because it wasn't sanctioned by the ATU or President Dixon. And I'm sitting there, well, we invited you. We begged you to be a part of all of this stuff.
And that was our third process.
Yeah, and then they whine. Sister Cheryl, I think you came in the, no, you missed the contract action team meeting. And they're whining all day, the union officers, about we need members to participate and volunteer. It's like we're volunteering to organize protests and you don't help. It's insanity.
But this is a union with hundreds of thousands of dollars. If they really wanted the members to understand what was going on, they have methods to do so. They refuse to do so for their own person.
Well, I'm gonna say allegedly, but I know it to be true. Allegedly. I'm gonna put allegedly. You know, we got all these cute cards because we want to be so respectful today. But listen to this. Every time that this piece of paper comes in you guys' mailbox, and it tells you it comes from ATU 308, it comes from 241, it even comes from the credit unions. And it wants you to sign for accidental death. Oh. Be quiet now, anyway. Sorry. They want you to sign for accidental death. And if you accidentally die, they give you $3,000. Is that what the paper says?
Yes, $3,000.
But wait now, do y'all know when you sign that paper? It's allegedly, but I know it to be true. Okay, that means the local 308, local 241, Chicago, all of these unions that we're connected with. That's a life insurance policy that they have on you. CTA allegedly has a life insurance policy on all of us. So that means that the reason why there's no security, nobody to protect us, because they hoping somebody die allegedly. So now we're going to give your family the $3,000 and we're going to go take the other $180,000 and go do what we want to do. So just imagine what 308 and 241 have on us when we sign these papers for $3,000 life insurance. Do y'all think that the policies is $1 billion, $1 million, 500,000? Who think it's for $3,000 allegedly?
Well, if they don't get you beat to death, they will work you to death allegedly, in my opinion, because it's. I don't see how people gonna be able. The newer people are gonna be able to stay at the CTA as long as I did with all the stresses that they had to deal with. Their health deteriorating. I mean, and I've been here working for the CTA 33 years, and my health is deteriorating. I mean, I used to didn't drink. Now I drink every Friday. It's just stressful being at the job.
The in the operators, bus and rail, the schedules have gotten worse.
Yeah.
You got less downtime. For 30 years, we haven't had 2-person crews on the trains with conductors. The schedules haven't changed. You're not going to make it. We're destroying people. And that's showing you that this insurance system, nationwide, worldwide, is part of how the bloodsuckers of the poor live off of us in our death and our misery. This is why our struggle must extend beyond local 308, beyond local 241, beyond the ATU, beyond Chicago, Illinois, United States. The struggle we have here in Chicago is the same struggle throughout the world.
Absolutely.
I love that, Eric. That's just such a
He's
correct
so passionate.
thing. Yeah, it's so true. But I wanted to say also, there was been a post made on one of the pages by a person who used to support Bob Kelly. Now he supports Eric Dixon.
Former U.S. Former ATU Local 308 union boss.
Now he's talking about that we should take a vote to strike, but it should only be about safety. That's the only issue.
Not about anything else.
Not about anything else.
Oh my God.
And that's crazy.
Don't say about the part-timers is hungry. No. Don't tell them that they eating oodles and noodles. Don't tell them nothing about
with
that.
their gum disease that's shortening their life.
No benefits.
Right.
Part-time for 8 years.
Right.
Don't tell them about that, but tell them that, we need safety now.
They're punished for using, check this out, part-timers and full-time temporary, they're punished for using the sick book, but they can never collect sick pay.
Exactly. We don't pay
What a
into the
joke.
pension. We don't have a sick day, right? And if you take a sick day and you bring a doctor notes in, you're reprimanded and you're going to discipline for that, right? The young man just got fired because of that. Because who knows the illnesses that these employees have? Somebody could have HIV. Somebody could have syphilis. Somebody could have something that they don't want their employers reading their medical file and gossiping up and down the transit union. And who wants to deal with that there's no sick day? And if you get sick, you get a suspension because you got sick. That's wrong.
Yep. Yep.
So he's talking about take a strike vote at the next meeting. Well, they haven't done anything to build for a strike. There's no talk about including 241 in this plan. And so it's a plan that's set up for us to fail, or for the people who are still working to fail. Really.
And it's for it to look good for his 1,000
Exactly.
Members on his union page that he don't let neither one of us on his page.
Yeah, we're blocked.
I'm not on the page, but I
No.
don't need to. This the key. What you have to understand, boo boo. I don't need y'all union page. I have intellectual radio where I'm going to feed the brain. I'm going to update the world on what is going on here in Chicago, the challenges that we face. With all due respect, and I'm tired of eating rice and butter and sugar. I don't want caviar. I don't like fish eggs. I don't want no octopus, okay? I don't eat calamari. I don't want prime rib because I'm overweight, okay? But give me
A couple of crackers.
some salmon croquettes and some rice and some hot water cornbread. I can make it. But see, they didn't know that when I came to CTA that I come from poverty. I come from Robert Taylor Homes. They took our homes from us. Mayor Daley did.
Yes,
He took our homes from us and he displaced us all over the city as a way to say it will be a better chance. All that did was kill
The
so
whole
many
South
young
Side.
people all over the world. Now they're hollering about the children and they don't want them downtown to enjoy the bean. But I can't tell. All I can tell is by the color of my skin who can come downtown to be at the bean.
Do you think it's a little hint of racism in
Absolutely,
this
it's
situation?
racist. Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. And this is not allegedly.
Right.
I mean, when our children go down there, they say they thugs, they robbers, they killers, they murderers. But here we have all of the lovely Lollapalooza shaking, popping, and whipping. And they in groves and they in groups and they loud. And I see them with liquor. But they not thugs. They not bombs. You get it? So definitely we continue to deal with racism in a higher archaic. You get it?
And this is why we cannot relent
Right.
on this issue in the contract. All right. We cannot let them pacify us.
That's right.
We know a GM that's gonna try to turn over a.
Oh, we got a political
we
friend.
got Lori Lightfoot is. I got a table at the seat with her, whatever the hell.
And
they
she's
always
But what
skipped
about
all
this
of
one,
them.
Eric?
Yeah.
Either you could take this benefit, I can fight for this benefit, or I can fight for this benefit.
Right.
But you can't have them both.
Ain't that
Remember
something?
and it's like we should, as a union, we should be fighting not for a slice, right? Let's make some thinner slices. We should be fighting for a bigger pie. That's what
right.
unions do. That's what revolutions are about. That's the stuff that
Well-
the people that came before us died in the streets to establish, that now the people we elect are giving away for trinkets.
And the frontline workers deserve all of the accolades. We deserve these awards.
Yep.
Not the big bosses that you don't never see. When they hear about these stabbings and these beatings, they are in their jacuzzi.
Not only that you don't never see, they don't even have to come to work every day.
Baby.
Mhm.
And they
get to work from
I know
home.
Their salary is $500,000, $800,000, $1 million to do it. And then half of them started off at the bottom, in the gutter. And for them to sit up there and sit high and now look low and laugh at the people that are struggling to feed their children is wrong. It's wrong.
And right within our unions, we have coworkers who are in the part-time in these non-full-time positions, and they're just not paying dues. They're tired of it, And then for union leadership, for you all to just patronize and talk down to them and insult them and get
That's
angry
right.
with them. We brought this on ourselves. Stop digging your heels into the ground. The only thing we should be, if you don't want to lose dues money, then we need to fight
for full-time jobs.
That's the key.
But
We moved Chicago.
But Keith Hill and Eric Dixon, I would like you to stop pretending, especially in 308. They're pretending that they're going to be organizing the members, and it's all a charade.
A charade.
A charade.
It's a charade.
Yeah, because you can't organize 308 without organizing 241.
Yes.
That's right.
And you
They
can't
keep us
organize
separate.
241.
They keep us separate.
But we're one union. We're together. The contract is negotiated together. So members understand when they talking about we don't want to deal with 241 as we organized in 308, which they're not doing. It's all fake. You know, hold your union officials accountable to the lack of leadership that they are showing you
Please.
right now, and it's been doing it for decades.
And this letter you're talking about, these life insurance sales pitches we keep getting in the mail. What's so insulting about this is we all get those letters from our union officers with their signatures. It has President Dixon or President Hill's signature on it, right? But do we ever get updates about what they're doing in the contract? No, you have to come to the union hall.
Copy. They don't want to. I heard you ask for copies of the minutes.
Yep.
Oh no, you're out of order.
Yep.
And it is amazing. It's amazing that they don't want you to record the lies that they tell you. They selling you lies, but they don't want it recorded.
Well, in my opinion, the contract is already done. In my opinion,
I believe in you.
Respectfully, I was at a union meeting, and I go to quite a few, for Local 308. And I'll be respectful, and I won't name the officer. But when we had a financial audit, I made a motion, and so did another coworker who was a retiree, actually, that we release these audit reports to share with the members back at the terminals and the shops, okay? And this officer threw a fit and said, I quote, "Most members can't hold their own water, let alone understand an audit report." And I said, "You're out of order because you are disparaging the members." But it didn't matter because this officer has told me that that we work for her.
Wow.
And they told me that at a shop.
How much are you paying for the union? How much does your union do?
77.
74.95. I pay.
We're paying the same. I pay whatever you pay in 308.
It's over $70. Put it like that.
Yeah.
Well,
$72.
I mean $70 times how many members, baby?
It's around 9,000 members when you combine both locals.
And I mean they got stripper money to spend. I mean they got the PPPs left, right, up, down, and they saying that Cheryl Sistrunk don't know what she's talking about. But listen to me. My show is called Popping Off for a reason, because we're going to pop off with the truth. We're not popping off with a lie. If I tell it, I got the proof, okay? And we're popping off for democracy. We're popping off for full-time jobs. We're popping off for hero pay, hazard pay, pandemic pay, whatever y'all call it today. Hit that button and say low. Just punch that one little button in the middle. You see it where it say low? Yeah. So we can keep rolling. There we go. So we're popping off for democracy. I know that they're used to this being called a dictatorship, but we're popping off for democracy. The time is up 2:48. The time is up 3:41. We are tired. Y'all are under arrest. Y'all honestly need to resign.
Yeah.
To give up these spots. I don't care how long you sat in the seat, if it was just 30 days. If you are not for bringing your brothers and sisters that y'all claim, that's how they call each other, brothers and sisters, out of poverty, to lift up your brothers and sisters hand in hand, to make sure that your brother and sister can pay light bill, their gas bill. You get it? And a lot of people say to me, Cheryl Sistrunk, you better be careful talking about this. Well, I tell y'all what. I may not have money for ComEd. Do y'all hear me today?
Yeah.
I may not have money for ComEd. Can't pay the ComEd bill. But I got the Cabela's money. I may not have people gas money. But I got shoot point blank money. Okay? And if this blue and gold ID that they sent me in the mail can't protect me, nothing will. I know God got my front and my back. I got myself too. But I guarantee you, these 2 pieces of IDs that they sent me from the state of Illinois police can stop a whole commotion. So don't worry about me. The Lord know me already. He knew me before he formed me. You ain't got to keep telling me, Cheryl, be careful. Y'all be careful and make sure, because I'm nonviolent. But the Lord told me to protect myself, and I know that Cabela's and Shoot Point Blank, and they can protect me. I ain't got my rent money, but I got Cabela's money. Okay.
Hey, I want to add something, and that is that it doesn't really matter who gets elected into office until the members believe, like we believe, we have the power to lead the union, to organize ourselves. That's right, because we move Chicago. And we can make it stop. And that's what we have to do. But we have to be organized amongst ourselves, and like Eric was saying, know that we should run the union. We don't run the union now. We don't run shit. Sorry, viewers. But yeah, so it doesn't matter who gets elected into office if the members aren't organized to fight back, to take a stand. Then we're going to keep on losing. And one more thing is, people have to read the contract. Lucky that we have a group of workers who do read and who do know the numbers and take notes and talk about stuff, because we have to get people to read and discuss the tentative agreement before we vote on it. Because people, they vote to accept this stuff. They voted to accept the CSA job. Bob Kelly said it would be good for the union.
Not just him, Eric Dixon and Charlie Peacock.
And the other guy, what's his name? The vice president.
Mark Weems.
Mark Weems. All of them.
And all of them got over $200,000 sitting in their pockets right now.
They fought for that contract. They contract.
Not they took it. They fought. Did you say they fought?
Yes. They fought the members for it.
And in this, we also need to make our own contract, a workers' contract. And at ChicagoTransitWorker.com, that's what we've been doing. I'm the editor. So whatever people send, I plug it in. And we need to make a contract that people can understand. Shall, hither, whither, and by according to
take all the words out of it.
Yeah, what the heck is that? You know what I mean?
And that's how they trick you up with the words.
And if you use shall, that could mean maybe. It doesn't mean will or must. We got to tighten that stuff up. And being organized, every single one of you listening, when you're off the clock, you can grab a bullhorn. Which would you please autograph my bullhorn?
You want me to autograph your bullhorn?
Thank you. So by the way, that bullhorn's name is Kyle, and I bring Kyle with me to the union meetings. That's that red marker
Kyle
there.
almost got you in trouble.
And I brought. You gonna bang them up or you won't?
You write whatever you want. But I bring Kyle with me to the union meetings, and the union bosses don't like that. But what happens is they like to turn on the fan when I'm talking so no one can hear me. So I bring the bullhorn just in case they want to drown me out. But coworkers, you can organize before work and after work, just 2 of you, with a sign and some flyers or a bullhorn, and talk about the things that concern you. We're doing it at the Justice Coalition. We're doing it. We're encouraging you. We're helping you. We help you promote these kinds of things. You can do this. You are the union. You have power. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Be strong. Be brave. Speak up. Speak out. Nothing will change if you continue to remain silent. They will do nothing but suck our blood dry, and then we will curse our own children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. And then if they grow up and survive what we went through, they're going to ask you, they're going to curse you out at your grave. Why didn't you fight? Stand up, CTA workers, Pace Bus workers. Stop taking the shaft. Stand up. Fight for your rights. Don't give me this crap that you're going to mind your own business and just work and get paid, because they're going to take your pay. They're going to take your job, and they're going to give it to some subcontractor at $10 an hour. Wow. And then they're going to automate your buses and your trains that will drive by themselves. Wake up, members. Make your union. Stand up. Rise up. Speak up.
Stand up. Game over, members.
And
Stand
fight back.
Right. This is what it's all about.
We move Chicago.
Yep.
Can y'all hold up your
We
signs
move
today?
Chicago,
We
members.
move Chicago.
And we can make it stop, or you can make it stop.
Oh yeah, like
Definitely.
that.
With
We
all
move
due
Chicago,
respect.
and we can make it stop.
With all due respect.
All
So you know
these-
what? I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming in and for purchasing a Poppin Off t-shirt, you guys. Listen, I am so humble, and I thank God for letting me meet each and every one of you guys. And I've been there 8 years. I would see the disrespect that they would say to you and to you, Eric. I met you along the way, Andre.
Well, you didn't see the disrespect, but I've been sued twice by the union leadership.
Suspended too. They've collaborated
suspended
with,
twice in the
managers
last
to
12
suspend
months.
him, yeah.
And you still here.
Still here.
But that's nothing but God's grace. Listen, it doesn't matter who they sent for you. If God opened the door, he's the only one that can close the door.
Amen.
And that's what they have to understand. Do you get it? I know they just see us as 4 people, but a deck of cards has only 2 jokers in there, but this deck here has 4.
There you go.
And this is the starting of building democracy, taking away this dictatorship that they have been holding over our head, that they have not let us feed our children with. I mean, my children wants to play in the backyard. We don't have a backyard. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So simple things like that is the reason why I'm speaking up and why I'm fighting for democracy, and I'm popping off about justice, about full-time jobs for all, about definitely respect, definitely safety, just everything that we need to make it day by day here in Chicago, you know? And we're seeing that the leadership don't care anything about us. But full-time jobs for all. Say something as you're closing, Kathy, and let's close it out.
Well, I just want to say I'm really glad that you're doing this show and that you speak up and you speak out. And the same with Andre and Eric. You know, I'm retired, so it's a little different for me, but I'm really just so happy that there are people who are, you know, taking a stand, taking a lead, putting themselves on the line to help organize the workers.
And members of Local 241 and Local 308, I would like to say this. When I started, I didn't know none of these people. And what brought us all together and made us do what we're doing right now is our common goal. And it's a whole bunch of you members out there. It's 9,000 members. You can do the same thing with your common goal. And you can all be part of what we're trying to do for the membership as a whole. And even the leadership. I'm not going to be disrespectful to you. If you ever decide to stand up, you'll be part of a membership that want more in life, want more in the union. And I'm just saying, stop fighting us, you know, help us out. Or we'll help you out. Whatever you need to do.
Stand together.
Stand together. And that's all I need to say. Get involved, members. It's your union.
Eric?
Well, Sister Cheryl, I'm very honored and humbled. I really don't, you know, this is like, wow, I'm gonna be on her show. Like, whoa! And I posted it online, and then I get here and she says, Eric, I wanted to surprise the people, and you spoiled it. They're like, oops, sorry. So I make lots of mistakes, everybody. I'm like a walking mistake. It's like I wake up and it's a mistake. Oops. But I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. But I tell you, when Sister Cheryl speaks, there's others just like her. Mm-hmm. Start, those of you may not do a radio show. Maybe it's something else, but stand up, speak up, be inspired by this sister, be inspired by us to do something. I know some of y'all hate my guts. Same with Andre and Kathy and Cheryl. I mean, you know, there's some people that hate us, right? Which is fine. You can hate us, but you still got to fight. So let's all stand up and rise up and fight. ChicagoTransitWorker.com, by the way, is our website at the Justice Coalition. We're not trying to make a new union. We're trying to strengthen our union. So please learn about your rights and fight, fight, fight.
And listen, you guys, we love our job. We love our jobs because we need our jobs to take care of our children, to pay our light bill, our gas bill, to you know, just to go from here to there. But always remember that your terrible job is the dream of the unemployed. Your house is the dream of the homeless. Your smile is the dream of the depressed, and your health is the dream of the ill. Don't let difficult times make you forget your blessing. And I'm going to close out with, if you put your paws on these silky drawers, it'll be a different story. The Lord will hear about it because you'll be there to meet him. So listen, Fire Trey all day, Robert Taylor, don't stop. Purchase Poppin Off shirts, $20. Intellectual Radio all day, Fire Trey.